We may be hungry, but we can manage our hunger.
Sometimes you might be going through some problems, but when you see what others are going through, you become relieved. You are like, yes, I'm going through a lot, but there are people who are going through more than what I'm going through. That's the exact same scenario here in Kenya. Of course, we might be complaining, the leadership is bad, the policies which are being made by the government, they are not favorable. But when we look at Nigerians, we are like, oh boy, we are not that level. I mean, imagine a leader making poor decisions, bad policies which do not favor people. Then when people are suffering, the leader starts praising the citizens for being resilient, for being able to handle the problems, which were the responsibility of the leader to alleviate them. I mean, are we supposed to be talking about hunger issues in the 21st century when the rest of the world is going to the technological world? We are still talking about food, how to be able to get food into our table. And our leaders are very proud of that. I mean, my citizens are strong. They have problems, but they can handle them. That's like somebody slapping you, then telling you, what, you're a strong person, you can't cry. And they're the one who slapped you intentionally, not by mistake. And then they praise you for being able to handle the suffering. Actually, as for me, I used to complain about leaders so much. Like, why can't they do good things? I came across a certain quote which said that leaders are the reflection of who we are as the society. I mean, if you have dishonest leaders, it means the society is dishonest. If we have corrupt leaders, it means the society, it's like a mirror. If you find yourself complaining about leaders, it's like complaining about the person you see in the mirror. The leaders you have reflect who you are. I'm like, yeah, somehow it might be true, because these leaders, they do not drop from heaven. They are not imported from another country. They come from us, from our societies. They are among us. They are our family members, our uncles or neighbors. So they are us. Whatever they are doing is what we will do if we were there. Sometimes you might not be corrupt because you have not got that opportunity to be corrupt, and because you are the victim of corruption, you have to complain. But if you are on the other side, the beneficiary part of corruption, so right, you call yourself intelligent, you're a sharp brain. But whatever you're doing is exactly what the leaders are doing. Just benefit yourself in the advantage of the weaker. There is a video I saw on TikTok, and it was saying, like, if you go to a certain primitive village, you find a young little boy with a stone, a very shiny stone. Then you ask the boy, what kind of stone do you have in your hand? The boy says, I don't know, it's just a stone I collected. I'm just playing with it, then that's all. But for you, because you are learned, you are very exposed, you know that this is a very precious mineral which is worth millions. And the question was, after the video, are you going to tell the boy, take me to your parents so that I can tell them that you have a precious mineral, I'm going to sell it and give you the money? Or you are going to take the stone from the boy and maybe give the boy another stone, which is ordinary stone, then go with it, sell it, and take all the money? And I was like, of course, I will take the second one. And the next response was, that's what leaders are doing to you, and you're complaining. Taking advantage of people because they have no knowledge, or they cannot do anything, or they don't know, is another way of corruption. But we don't see it. Actually, the lower version of corruption is being praised. You call yourself sharp. If you are employed somewhere, people are working like 9 hours, and you hide somewhere and you work for 3 hours, and you call yourself sharp, big brain, because you think so much. You don't want to exploit yourself so much. But that's small version of corruption, which later develops to be the dishonest of the kind of politicians we are having. So the problem is not leadership. The problem is us. We as the citizens. If we can't change, no matter how many times you change the president, same problems, because it's we. The president is not everywhere. Your member of parliament is not everywhere. It's the people. There are people, the secretaries, the people in different departments who do things here and there, the ministries. So if the people are not good, they are not honest, even if you change top there, no change. The change should come down upwards, not up downwards.